Hello and welcome to my garden and the dinosaurs who live there. As you can probably tell, I'm in the chicken run at the moment, but I'm not in the chicken run to do anything chicken related. A little bit earlier, well last month actually, because we're on the 4th of November now, but 3 or 4 weeks ago I dug up the begonia tubers that I had begonias in the front garden this year, and I dug those tubers up because they'd all sort of melted away when we had our first frosts. And if you look above me, there's actually a couple of spare planks of wood that are sort of on the side of the run here, and I've actually used that to sit the begonia tubers on to dry off, and they're pretty dry now. So what I'm going to do today is bag them up and pop them away so that they can overwinter in the garden shed, and hopefully they'll be fine, and in the spring I can get them, or late spring, I can get them back into growth and then get them into the front garden again. So it's the first time I have done this with begonias. I haven't really grown this type of begonia before. I've grown the sort of bedding type that doesn't really have tubers, and they're sort of annuals, and once they're done, they're done. But these ones should potentially go on and on. They were a bit more expensive, obviously, to purchase in the first place, but hopefully I'll get several years of growing and lovely flowers out of them. So it's the first year that I'm actually going to store them over winter. I do hope that I manage to do it. But let me show you how I'm going to package these up and store them over winter. So what I have here is a cardboard box. Well, in fact it's two cardboard boxes, one inside the other. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to store the begonia tubers in here. And what I'm going to wrap them in, actually, I've got myself some paper bags. Now, people quite often use newspaper for this, but we just don't buy newspapers. So we don't really have any newspapers other than a few little random ones I've managed to borrow, to get from folks, which I'll probably use to sort of top and tail this box. But yeah, we don't really have any newspapers, so I bought myself sort of job lot of cheap paper bags, and I'm going to wrap each tuber separately in a paper bag, pop the bags in this box or two boxes, and yeah, I'm going to pop this in the shed, and hopefully they'll overwinter fine in there. Looking at the tubers, they've been sitting up there for a while. There's probably a little bit more earth that can come off these, and these the remainder of the stems are just sort of falling away now. I left some stem on just while they were drying off, but this now I'll just get a little bit more dirt off it. I'm trying not to scrape too hard though, so that I'm not scraping the tuber itself. And then this should be ready now to pop in a bag and pop in my box. Let's get myself a little pot for those. So there we go. You can just pop it in the bag. The earth's nice and dry now, and there we have it, ready to be stored, hopefully. Okay, so I filled up one box and I've got another box 2/3 of the way full. I'm not quite sure how many begonias that was, but I'm thinking in the region of 30. So I'll get these boxes sealed up and pop them in the shed on a shelf, and hopefully they will overwinter well. I do intend every so often just opening them up and just checking to see if anything is beginning to rot, because if one rots then it will, pass through the other, so I want to make sure that that doesn't happen. But yeah, that's another job done, which is brilliant. So I'm really happy that I've got those begonias all packed up now, ready to go away and overwinter in the shed. And in fact, my dahlia tubers I did a couple of weeks ago in a similar fashion. If you look online or you talk to people, there's a variety of ways that people will prepare their tubers of begonias, dahlias, etc. for overwintering. Some in warmer climes are actually able to leave them in the ground, which is fantastic, but certainly not here in Scotland. But I'd love to hear from you about how you are storing your begonias and dahlias, etc. over winter. It's always useful to hear how you do it and how successful that is and so on. And it may even be something that I try next year. Anyway, that's me for now. I hope you've enjoyed this little video. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye bye for now.